Today's show is very, very interesting because the Saints teased a potential announcement of new jerseys. Are we finally getting the golds? On July 22nd, they put out a video that had the date, had very interesting stuff, so we're going to talk about that. And then at the end of today's video, we're going to be in our live mailbag, diving into questions and responding to hot takes from our subscribers on our weekly live show every single Wednesday. And so if you want to join the fun, subscribe to the channel. We have over 47,000 subscribers, and that's because over 47,000 Saints fans trust us to give them daily content. Join the family, join the squad, hit the sub button, and let's talk about it. This New Orleans Saints fans, the Who Dat Nation, us Golden Gang, that's what we like to call our group of subscribers here. We're getting spoiled this offseason. I'm just going to say it. Derek Carr retired. Got a new head coach in Kellen Moore. Chris Olave, fifth-year option picked up. I mean, we're getting this absolute beautiful helmet. It's like we're getting spoiled this offseason. But Billy May style, but wait, there's more. The New Orleans Saints taking to Twitter on July 15th earlier this week saying, first, the white helmet. What's next? What do you think is next? Get in the comment section. I want to hear from you. What do you think is next? Let's take a look at what they put out on social media. The Saints released a video. We're not going to show you the whole video just for copyright purposes and everything. I don't want to try and get my channel flagged. But we're going to show you a couple important screenshots from that video. So first one, this is clearly the throwback bag. This is clearly a gold bag. That is clearly the throwback logo. And there's clearly an emphasis on the color. They put lights in the bag. And somebody bent over to open that bag up. And when they opened that bag up, it revealed who it was. First of all, best caption wins. Get in the comments, best caption wins. Second of all, that's Cam Jordan. And if I know one thing about Cam Jordan, that he loves this team, he loves this city, he loves this state, I also know he loves the idea of a gold jersey. Personally, I believe that it's going to be a gold jersey we're getting. Either that or it's an alternate throwback. I don't know what it would be. I don't know what you would do differently. I think the throwbacks we have are absolutely clean. But I do think a gold jersey could be in the future for the New Orleans Saints. For what it's worth, they've only worn gold jerseys one time in their existence, the New Orleans Saints existence, I should say. They wore them in 2002, Week 15, versus the Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Brooks being the quarterback, really awesome punt return touchdown as well on that game. Saints did not win. However, they have rocked gold jerseys before. Now, I want to show you this tweet here and why I think it's a gold jersey. Look at the date, April 17th, 2020. Cam Jordan tweeted, "Everybody's team catching new outfits. I don't want new Emery per se, but run me the retro gold unis." He included a picture of a Joe Horn jersey in that. And the Saints have also taken to Twitter and posted a lot of throwback uniform pictures. So that's where I go back to. Either A, it's a gold jersey, or B, maybe it's a new throwback. Either way, we're getting spoiled. We're getting some new jerseys, and I think it's crazy that we are now sitting here saying, well, we were getting the new helmets and maybe jersey and maybe not a jersey, but actually now it's back on. So pretty wild to sit here and say we might actually get to see all of our fan wishes come true this offseason. It'd be pretty sick. Now coming up, live mailbag with the Golden Gang. We're going to be responding to questions and reacting to hot takes from our subscribers like you at home. But I want to ask you what color you want the new jersey to be. Do you want it to be gold? Do you want it to be black? Do you want it to be like a throwback? What do you want the new jersey to look like? Have new numbers, have that Louisiana patch. Maybe Sir Satan is on there somewhere. I'll tell you what, Lopez, objectively, it would be really sick to see like a gumbo patch, like the dog. That would be tough. I'm just saying, that would be pretty cool to have that on there. But what color jersey do you want the Saints to rock next year? And what color do you want the new jersey to be? Get in the comment section, share your thoughts. Ethan, we're going to get the mailbag portion of today's show started off with you. What would you give up for scary Terry McLaurin? Look, I don't know. I would be willing to give up. Maybe I'm going to get ripped for this, like a second-round pick. Like, he's a good football player. Let me make something explicitly clear. He's a damn good football player. I don't think the Commanders are going to be looking to give him up for a cheap, a cheap return, cheap price, if you will. I also do think when you bring in Terry McLaurin, you're going to have to pay him. So when it comes to trading for Terry McLaurin, I'm definitely interested in it. I don't think it's realistic, and I think that we need to avoid a massive trade like this, although I will acknowledge it would be really, really fun. Lopez, I want to bring you on, and I want to hear what you have to say about Terry McLaurin to the Saints.
Kind of like what you were saying, Terry McLaurin's a great receiver. I sit next to Jack Sperry in our offices, who was our Commanders guy.
Yeah.
McLaurin's going to ask for $30 million in his new contract. Do you want to pay that if you're the Saints?
So it's a two-part question. One, do you want to pay the price it's going to take to get Terry McLaurin in a trade? Two, do you want to pay him that $30 million?
If I'm the Saints, I
can't
justify a $30 million contract plus a trade for a guy that's probably not going to help us win a Super Bowl within the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, no, you should be focused more on the future. Like, this year is very interesting. It's focus on right now, but also with considering the future. Like, you don't need to focus on winning a Super Bowl right now. You need to focus on building something right now and then moving on to the future and, building that sustained level of success. All right, let's get to the next question. Ethan, that was a great one as always. Queen Courtney! We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Queen Courtney is royalty here at Saints Now by Chat Sports, so throw a crown emoji in the comments or in the live chat. I think we should trade for the Niners receiver, Brandon Ayuk, I would say. Jauan Jennings, the one you posted. Yes, Jauan Jennings. So, yeah, good save there, Lopez. I don't even know. I don't even know what I posted. Yeah, imagine Brandon Ayuk. No, it's Jauan Jennings. So, for what it's worth, I threw out the idea. We've discussed it on the channel. Juwan Johnson to New Orleans. Maybe that's something to consider. He's a big-bodied presence, very dominant, very physical. I think he's a very underrated player as well. Oh, my God, Lopez is the man. So, my trade idea that I suggested that Queen Courtney is referring to, right here, Jauan Jennings for a fourth-round pick. I don't think he would cost all that much in terms of a trade. But financially, he would cost you a lot of money. So Queen Courtney, she says she thinks that we should trade for Jauan Johnson. If you could, yeah, we can't do it. Jauan Jennings. I did it in the video too. She thinks that we should trade for Jauan Jennings. I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I would say proceed with caution on that. Like, don't sell the farm. Don't give him some crazy contract because he's not a player that'll move the needle enough for me. I think, though, he could be a really, really good fit in the New Orleans Saints offense. Golden Baby, would you be surprised if Spencer Rattler started week 1? I'm going to be honest, no. I actually do expect Spencer Rattler to be the starter probably through the first 3, 4, 5 weeks because then by then you get over the hump of some of those tougher games that you play early in the season, and then Tyler Shough could potentially step in and be the guy and have those extra few weeks to develop and get to see the NFL game in full speed from the sideline. Like, I don't think that that's a bad way to go about it. I don't think you should rush Tyler Shough onto the field for what it's worth. It's not like he was a number 1 overall pick. Like, sure, I want him to play soon, but I also will always believe and always support the idea of give him time to develop. Don't rush him onto the field because if you do rush him, it can absolutely tank the rest of the career for a young quarterback. Lopez, what do you think about this one?
I think something that a lot of people aren't talking about is Tyler Shough's one of those second-round rookies that hasn't signed.
Yeah.
30 of 32 haven't signed, and we saw the first holdout with Trey Harris with the Chargers.
Yeah.
If Tyler Shough sits out a little bit, it's going to hurt him in that QB competition between Spencer Rattler.
No doubt. I don't think he can afford to sit out. So whether he decides to sign a contract or decides to say, I'm not holding out, I'm still going to be there, like, that is going to be a very interesting decision, Lopez. I also think it's important to say, you have to address it. Just because Tyler Shough was drafted 40th overall doesn't mean Spencer Rattler is completely out of consideration here. I do think I do think Tyler Shough is the guy that is viewed as the QB of the future, but Spencer Rattler has not just let everything happen. He has been very, very good. He has not just let Tyler Shough run away with this. He has not just rolled over and let the quarterback battle not really be much of a competition. He has definitely taken it seriously, and I think that having a strong quarterback battle not only benefits Tyler Shough, it also benefits Spencer Rattler, and ultimately it benefits us Saints fans. So who do you think will start week 1? I personally believe it'll actually be Spencer Rattler, but I want to hear from you down in the comment section. Type TS for Tyler Shough, type SR for Spencer Rattler. Let me know what you think. Mikey Taylor, one of our legends, one of my dear friends, and one of our biggest supporters here. Will the Saints do anything with the $23 million they have left? I would expect 2 moves. One being, let me rephrase. I would expect up to 2 moves. One being you sign Asante Samuel Jr. potentially. The other, Keenan Allen, maybe Amari Cooper. I think Keenan Allen is the better fit. That's who I would prefer to sign. But they do have money to spend. They don't have to spend it. They can roll it over to next year. They are dealing with a little bit of some little financial issues next year. They are sort of in the red, not by a lot next year. So they could roll it over, but I don't think you need to spend a lot of this. Let's say spend $13 million of it, roll over 10. I think that's fair. I think we can all get on board with that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Alrighty, next one. Mere comment. Oh, this is a good one. I saw that you interviewed Danny Stutsman. Yes, I did interview Danny Stutsman here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. Really, really insightful interview. Really, really cool opportunity. It was actually my first interview with a Saints player and with an NFL player at all. So it was really, really special to me. You guys know I'm very excited about this player, so I just was very appreciative of Danny and his dad, Steve, for taking some time out to chop it up and get to know him a little bit better. So I highly encourage you to check it out. It's on the channel. Go view it. I recently posted it just within this past week. But do you think he has potential to beat out Pete Werner this year? I do think he does. And maybe the question shouldn't be should he beat out Pete Werner, but could he be the Pete Werner replacement? Like, I don't think – let me rephrase. What we could see happen is Danny Stutsman lights it up early in his career. And the Saints feel as if they could potentially roll with him. I don't think that this should be viewed as it's either Pete Werner or Danny Stutsman. I think that we should view this as a really good situation would be Pete Werner and Danny Stutsman. Demario Davis is not getting any younger. He's still playing at a high level. But I think that Danny Stutsman and Pete Werner could be a really good duo. And I think that if you have either one of those 2 players on the field at any given time, your defense is in position to make plays. So do I think he has the potential to beat him out? Maybe. This year might be a little tough. Maybe at the latter portion of the season. But I do think that this is more of a conversation of can Danny Stutsman play alongside Pete Werner? And I think the answer to that is absolutely yes. Can't have a live Q&A without Jaden Barden hopping in on it. Let's see what you got, my friend. Trace, what is a good, successful season for Saints quarterback Tyler Shough? Fun fact, Kevin Denley, he has been a supporter of the show. He says that Tyler Shough is going to be him this year. So what does it mean to be him? What I think Tyler Shough needs to do to have a season that's considered successful. He doesn't need to be perfect, but he needs to show consistent improvements. He needs to show development, and he needs to show not just flashes, but regular plays that can be big. I'm not saying that he needs to regularly, every single game, hit a 40-yard Rashid Shaheed deep ball. That would be sick. I would love that. But we don't need that every single game to consider this a successful season. I just want to see him develop. I want to see him command the offense, and I want to see him embrace this Kellen Moore offense and lead it at a very high level. I hope that answers your question. Stats-wise, I mean, let's see him have above 60, 65% completion percentage. I know that might be high, but Like I don't know. Like I want to see him have a decently high percentage in completion percentage. I want to see him have good protection of the football, not a lot of interceptions, more touchdowns. I want to see him have 3,000 yards, 3,500. If I had to put a number on it, I think that's probably like, you know what? We can roll with that. We can buy into that. Hoodie Jube. What's going on? Ain't no YouTube without Hoodie Jube. Who dat, Triz? Who are you taking RB2? Miller, Neal, Clyde, or Akers? I am actually going to say Kendre Miller will still be running back 2. I believe in him. I recognize that he has missed a lot of time, but I think it's too quick to call Devin Neal running back 2. By no means am I holding anything that I've seen from OTAs over his head. We haven't seen him at training camp yet. I just think it's hard to say let's put the 6th round rookie as the running back 2. That's just a little tough. Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Cam Akers I do think could have some decent roles. I think if one of those two were to have a more prominent role, it would be Cam Akers. But I'm going to say Alvin Kamara, running back 1. I'm going to say Kendre Miller, running back 2. I hope that answers your question. And Hoodie Jube, thanks for always supporting us and being an absolute real one. Make sure you guys go over and support Hoodie Jube and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Lopez, we got any more questions? Are we all okay? That's all that we got. Saints fans, I do appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe here to Saints Now by Chat Sports. That way you never miss a video, whether we go live, whether we put out short-form content, or whether we're putting out one of our daily videos. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time.